Man, do I have an exciting video for you guys today. If you don't know already, Dragon Ball Super Chapter 52 was released today, and I've been so hyped to read this to find out about Goku's and Vegeta's training. But before we start with that, I do have an announcement to make. I will be starting a new series on my channel called The Z Corner. It will mostly contain all Dragon Ball content from chapter reviews, what ifs, podcasts, and a lot more. It's kind of odd that I'm just now making Dragon Ball content when my channel is themed like a Dragon Ball YouTube channel. But not to confuse anybody, I will still be uploading other anime on here and continue to also upload Dragon Ball content. With that being said, let's get into the video. So, the first page of the chapter, we finally see Vegeta land on planet Yardrat. After 2 chapters of teasing, we finally get to see what kind of training Vegeta is actually looking for. One of the Yardrats pointed out something that really gave me a flashback. He said that the Ginyu Force had caused a stir on their planet before Goku had defeated them, which means that back then, many years ago, when the Ginyu Force was called in from Frieza, they must have been coming from planet Yardrat, which is, it's not really that important, it's just a cool little thread to tie in history. We also get to see the elder of the Yardrats, which is the very same person that taught Goku the instant transmission technique. Vegeta then goes on to explain the situation with Moro and asks if there's a specific technique they know that could handle Moro's energy absorption power. The Yardrats then explain to Vegeta that they don't have a lot of abilities, just one, which is called Spirit Control, and they use that to do instant transmission, make clones of themselves, or shrink and grow big in size. The Yardrats then tell Vegeta that this is known as Ki on planet Earth. But there's something weird about that. Vegeta already knows how to control his Ki, so I really have a hard time imagining them teaching him something that he doesn't already know. Unless it's like using his Ki in a different way, like how Goku did to Broly with the whole how he stopped Broly in his tracks with his Ki. If they teach him something like that, that was like a completely new technique using Ki. So if they end up teaching him something like that, then I guess that's one way of using your Ki and not different. I don't know, it's a very weird concept. Next, we're showing back at the Galactic Patrol ship where Merus and Goku have just taken off. Now the king says they're severely short-handed and they need new recruits. He's specifically talking about a Namekian in Universe 7 who we all know is Piccolo. And in the next panel, we are shown Piccolo trying to get in contact with other Namekians on New Namek. But after realizing it's useless, he assumes that they've all been killed, and then he suddenly senses someone entering Earth, and it just so happens to be Moro's scouts. Then he realizes they aren't even really that strong, so he goes to handle them by himself. Just after Piccolo leaves though, Bulma shows up with Hercule and Bola, and for whatever reason she needs to bring her baby everywhere is beyond me at this point, because I'm sure that someone would be glad to babysit for her. Anyways, she was told by Jacko to find Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and Tien to help defend the Earth because Moro might be on his way to their planet. Dende then realizes that the scouts of Moro are the same people Piccolo went off to fight earlier. It honestly makes me so happy to see the OG Z fighters come together again and fight like the old days. Except they're kind of forgetting about Yamcha, but I mean, nobody really cares about Yamcha, so yeah. Meanwhile, Piccolo is wiping the floor with these 3 scouts because their attacks are literally doing nothing to him. He captured those 3 and then proceeds to ask who are they and why are they here. The scout leader lies and then says they're just passing through. Piccolo decides they are no large threat to the planet and then lets them go free. Before they got too far, Dende shows up and tells Piccolo that that was the same crew that was causing trouble around the galaxy. Piccolo then shoots them out of the sky, but was too late because they had already informed Moro about Earth. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Next, we have Goku and Merus training on what it looks like to be a planet we've never seen before, but we can see it has many moons, kind of like the Supreme Kai's planet. Merus and Goku are going head to head, with Goku getting knocked down by Merus with a pole. Goku says, "I've gotta empty my heart and mind for this move to work." He's talking about Ultra Instinct, of course. But when I'm fighting, my emotions are all over the place. Merus then states that rage, grief, and joy are emotions that translate into prodigious energy or power. And that's the opposite of transforming into a Super Saiyan. He then states it will activate when you achieve self-control in the face of a jarring shock to your emotions, such as Ultra Instinct. Okay guys, there it is, the key, the exact formula to unlocking the power of Ultra Instinct. That's so insane. So now that we know how Ultra Instinct can be unlocked, can Goku actually do what Merus says and achieve self-control in the face of his own emotions? That's not all where the chapter ends. Let's keep reading. Goku then realizes that Merus knew about Ultra Instinct all along and hid it from Goku during their training. Merus then apologizes and takes Goku to another room, which is a portal to a room that we've all been familiar with, the hyperbolic time chamber. Although it's not the same time chamber that's at Kami's lookout, because one day that passes in the outside world, only 3 days pass in the hyperbolic time chamber, which is a huge downgrade to what Goku was used to training with, but they don't have too much time to complain. This chapter ends with both Merus and Goku taking their stances, ready to begin training again. And Merus is stating that I will impart all I have to you, meaning that he's ready to go all out against Goku. And Goku, of course, is saying, I was born for this. Wow guys, that chapter was amazing. Probably one of my favorite chapters to come out right now. And I can't wait to see Merus use his full strength to help Goku unlock the power of Ultra Instinct once again. I did have a theory that I was going to put at the end of this video, but I decided to make a whole separate video by itself. So stay on the lookout for that one. I should be posting that on, or if not, the next day that this comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and leave a comment on what you guys thought of this chapter. I will be updating all the rest of the Dragon Ball Super manga chapters from now on. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.